sure that other fans out there are probably tired of the outdoor game thing. I'm really not. I mean, for one thing, Caps win. But for another, it was just really cool. I wasn't there or anything because it was $146 for the cheap seats. That's before fees. I don't have that kind of money, you guys. Guys, I don't have that kind of money. Okay? But anyway, Caps win! 5-2 versus the Toronto Maple Leafs. Listen, I have a difficult time when the Caps play the Toronto Maple Leafs. It bothers me. And then this is incredible. I mean, the midshipmen, the U.S. women's hockey team, who are, by the way, my heroes, my personal heroes, okay? The pomp and the circumstance of being at Navy Marine Corps Stadium and being there with the midshipmen and, you know, the high winds and the high drama. Love it, love it. But eventually, a hockey game begins. So 2 minutes and 43 seconds into that hockey game, Travis Dermott, good boy, goes off for holding Jay Beagle. Travis Dermott, you are a good boy. Do not touch Jay Beagle. I love Jay Beagle. Jay Beagle's on my wall. He's back here, right here. He signed a picture for me. It says, to Kate, best wishes. And that's adorable. 2 minutes and 43 seconds into that game, Travis Dermott goes off for holding Jay Beagle. Nicholas Backstrom sets up on the half wall, takes a shot. Frederick Anderson, who, by the way, I have a ridiculous crush on. These games are hard for me. Makes a blocker save. Evgeny Kuznetsov stays after it, buries it, which, by the way, I thought Alexander Ovechkin got a little piece of that. I thought his stick was in there. I thought maybe that should have been $5.99. $5.98. And the later goal should have been $5.99. But we'll get to that. Not 2 minutes later, genuinely, good boy Zach Hyman puts one past Braden Holtby. These games are hard for me. Look, I don't love the Toronto Maple Leafs the same way that I love the Capitals, of course. I don't even love them the same way that I love the Colorado Avalanche, who are my West team. By the way, prettiest team in the league. But I like them. These games are hard for me. Play continues, and the Washington Capitals are playing hockey, which is exciting and new, at least for the last couple of weeks. February has not been kind to my team. February has not gone well. Nicholas Backstrom and Tom Wilson are working behind the net. Tom Wilson with a centering pass right to the slot, pretty much to Alexander Ovechkin's tape, which is new and different because, man, is Tom Wilson the master of the centering pass to no one, except that Alexander Ovechkin is out here not covered by a single Leaf defender. That's weird, but okay, we'll take it. Alexander Ovechkin buries his 598th career goal, his 40th of the season, league leading. He's 32. You know, I haven't watched all that many Leafs games because, you know, I'm really only interested if the Washington Capitals or the Colorado Avalanche are playing. As previously stated, I like the Leafs. I don't love the Leafs. Yeah. Anyway, they look a little flustered. Let's go with. At 12:20 into the first period, John Carlson tries to clear the puck out of the Caps defensive zone and puts it over the glass, which is not the dumbest penalty that someone can take, but it's not far away from it. Probably the dumbest penalty that someone can take, in my personal opinion, remains too many men on the ice. Count to 5. John Carlson puts it over the glass, and now I'm worried because, you know, the PK's been not the most consistent in the whole world, especially not recently. I'm concerned. Not necessary. What? What's happening? What's happening? It looks like a Washington Capitals team. What's going on? Am I being pumped? Because it's been a month since I saw a Washington Capitals team. I mean, they beat the Buffalo Sabres. Okay. And barely 2 minutes later, Dominic Moore tries to clear the puck out of the Leafs defensive zone and puts it over the glass. Weird. Did they do something for the wind and make it shorter? Because this is... No? Okay. Weird. Anyway, Caps power play. Yay! Come on, power play. I believe in you. Despite the fact that I haven't had that much evidence as to why I should believe in you the past month, but I do. And I am rewarded. Because here comes Evgeny Kuznetsov over the blue line. Nicholas Backstrom's going hard to the net, which is fun. That's exciting. Kuz puts a centering pass right in front of Frederik Andersen. Nicholas Backstrom buries it. Fantastic. Love it. End of the first period. That was a lot. A lot happened in the first period. Braden Holtby had some saves that probably shouldn't have been saved. There was one where literally the puck was sat upon the goal line, directly upon the goal line. And, you know, we're coming back for the second, and I'm concerned. I'm still concerned. But then play resumes for the second. 7 minutes in, Nazem Kadri puts one past Braden Holtby, and now I'm concerned. I'm worried. I'm thinking, is Mitch Korn still in town? Can somebody call him and get him down here and have him talk to Braden? Because I think Braden really misses Mitch. Not 3 seconds after that, Holtby has a huge save. Comes out of the crease, gloves it right down. Okay, that looks like Holtbeast. Play continues. Literally less than a minute later, off of a Maple Leafs turnover, Jay Beagle comes into the Maple Leaf zone with Chandler Stevenson and John Carlson behind him. Passes to Chandler Stevenson. Stevenson sends it towards the crease. My boyfriend, Frederik Andersen, makes a great blocker save. And here comes John Carlson. And additionally, Morgan Riley, who probably should not have been trying to cover that side of the goal because Frederik Andersen ran right into him and was unable to play his position. And apparently Mike Babcock thinks that warrants a goaltender interference challenge. Okay. I can actually see Mike's point. Jay Beagle was also in there with his stick. Freddie didn't run into Jay. Freddie ran into Morgan Riley. And I feel like if it's your own player, it shouldn't be goaltender interference. But anyway, it goes to review. And for once, for once, the refs do the right thing on one of these challenges. And I'm sure that Maple Leaf fans would agree with me that that was a good goal. Because whether Freddie was interfered with or not, he was interfered with by Morgan Riley. So, right? I mean, who really knows? Let's be real. After the month that we've had with goaltender interference calls, how can we be sure? Can anyone really be sure? No. It's nearly halfway through the second period, and the second period Caps have not arrived. John Carlson has scored with the fourth line on the ice. Chandler Stevenson and Jay Beagle had the assists on John Carlson's goal. We're rolling 4 lines. It looks like a Washington Capitals team. I'm confused. Mitch Marner goes to pass, but Evgeny Kuznetsov says, nah, thanks, I'll have that. I love it when he does crap like this, by the way. I love it when he has those games where you're like, is the stick a metal and the puck a magnet? Is that what's happening? And you're just able, and you're Magneto or something? What are you doing? And Kuznetsov says, nah, picks off that pass from Mitch Marner, sends it straight up to Jacob Vrana, and there's nobody between him and Frederik Andersen. It's Jacob Vrana, it's Frederik Andersen. Jacob Vrana hasn't scored a goal since December 14th, but additionally he's been scratched for 10 of those games. Just a quick little wrist shot to go 5-hole on Frederik Andersen, and that's it. Frederik Andersen, chase from the game. These games are hard for me. I'm so conflicted because, look, Jacob Vrana is my son, okay? He is my own son that I birthed, okay? We drafted him, we developed him. He is my own son of my body. And I need him to score goals. And he was just out here making his dad, Frederik Andersen, who is my husband, look dumb. And I'm conflicted because I love Freddie. Not as much as I love Jake, let's be real. For the rest of the second period, the remaining 10 minutes, the Caps look like the Caps. I mean, they don't look like the Caps of last year, obviously. Coming into the third period, all I wanted was for them not to lay back on their lead. And honestly, I just want you to try and score goals until like the end of the game. Power goes out. Fans in the stands begin turning their camera flash lights on. The music is blaring. We're having a 10-minute dance party. 15 minutes later, the lights come back on. Play's gonna resume. Okay. Don't turtle. Don't lay back on your lead. There are still 10 minutes to play, and the Leafs will make you pay. Except that they didn't. Now, it's only one game. It's a big game. And it is a big game ahead of a California road trip. Maybe it'll help. Maybe it'll give them a big reset and they will go into this California road trip with a little enthusiasm, feeling good about themselves. I would really love that because the California road trip is tough. Hockey players are creatures of routine, and anything that has that big of a time difference is gonna mess with your body clock and it's gonna mess with your routine, and we all understand that. But maybe a really dominant win like this will, on a big night, on a big stage with a big crowd behind them and all the pomp and circumstance of being at Navy Marine Corps Stadium and playing outside, and we know these guys love to play outside, maybe that'll help. Maybe it'll give them some confidence heading into this road trip, and I really hope that's the case because doing these videos, it's pretty fun. See you next time. This has been Kate Monster, your Salty Caps fan.